last call, thinking that I know you're not sure. Make a long stop, ready or not. I see you, but I need to know more. What you wanna do? Cause I know we didn't dance, but I saw you watching on the dance floor. Maybe at the exit door, and baby we could talk some more. Oh yeah, you stand beside me. Oh, you're watching me, and I feel like
Greetings. Good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another weekly Lunch and Learn.
In terms of business, if you have a dream, go for it, pursue it, work hard at it, because with anything that you want to do, it's going to come hard work. You know, if you don't put the hard work, if you don't put the time into it, it's not going to flourish the way you want to.
Maybe advice for anybody who's looking to start a business, like just do it. Start off small and then kind of expand. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming, but like once you're in it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this long time ago?
Love you. Tell yourself, I love me too. I love you, Amina. Love you.
When you open your heart and your mind, you're opening up to your blessing.
Yeah.
Greetings, and good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another weekly edition of our Lunch and Learn. This week we have with us an amazing sister named Ruth Horry. She's here to talk to us about her company, the Coco Pauline Company, and also help us figure out how to automate our businesses so that we can grow. So basically the title of her session is We Take the Stress Out of Automation so that you can grow your business. So let's welcome Ruth up to the stage. Hey girl, how you doing?
Hi.
Always
really
a pleasure.
Excited to be here.
Me too. So excited to have you. It's always a pleasure to be just around you and in your energy. We always have amazing conversations. So automating companies, like I don't know about other business owners out there. I know for me, that is one of the hardest things. I admitted to another community that I'm in this week that I have this, I've taken on something called shameless promotion because I have this wall that blocks and stops me from like outside of showing up for this and showing up for other organizations, but from showing up for myself. Part of it is not just the camera shine. Let me stop telling that story. That's a story. But it's not only whatever that block is, it's also the fact of like having those automated, like the emails, the how does this thread go, the thank you, the subscribe. You know, we go to other people's businesses and you'll see the subscribe button. And the next thing you know, you're on your newsletter. Next thing you know, you're getting all of these emails and things. And you just never know how people get there. So is that what you're here to help us with today?
Yes, that is definitely what I am here to share and support. Small business owners like me who, I didn't have this when I started. And so I can definitely speak from that place. And just really excited to share what automation is and what it can do for your business and how we can support you to get there.
I love that. And with that being said, community, Ruth's being here with us today is going to be shown in presentation style. So I'm going to hand the stage over to her. Go right ahead.
1 second. So really excited to be here. But before I jump in, I just want to make sure that I acknowledge a few things. I want to shout out to the host and the amazing job that you've done week after week. We see you. I also want to thank the Juneteenth organization team and staff members. More goes into this than you know. There are so many people that are working behind the scenes to make this happen. And I also finally want to thank Athenia Rodney, the CEO, for her vision, for her space, and for the platform. So I just wanted to make sure I threw those things in before we jumped in there. So yes, to the slides. To the slides.
I love that, Ruth. I love it. It's one of the reasons, one of the things and reasons why I love you. You're just so spot on with things a lot of times and catching those things that people don't. And I want to thank you for, I did notice the message yesterday. Thank you for being responsible. At first I was like, oh, so Ruth is responsible for me doing this every week, huh? But then I was like, yes, she's responsible. Thank you so much, because it's pushed me beyond my growing edge. And I love you for that, sis. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So yes, community, this is what we do. This is what it looks like when people are partnering with power, and I'm happy to be a partner of yours. So presentation, stage is all yours. I will be back. If you have any questions, community, drop them in the box. When Ruth is done with her presentation, we'll come back and we'll ask those questions. See you soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I am really excited to be here, a little bit nervous. This is my first time, so it's not going to be perfect, but we're going to do it together. And so I'm going to start off by introducing myself. My name is Ruth Horry. I am the proud mother of 3 girls, one who is graduating college in May. We did it. My second beautiful baby will be 17 this year, and she is awesome. And my last baby is going to be turning 7 on Saturday, going on 70. I am an entrepreneur for the past 7 years. I got my start in the shelter. I made my first basket in the shelter. I am a community advocate, and I am a fierce supporter of giving and receiving grace. The name of my company is the Coco Pauline Company, and one of the things that we do is we take the stress out of automation so that you can grow your business. Next slide, please. So, who are we? The Coco Pauline Company, we make business seamless, doing business seamless and stress-free for business owners by getting them set up on platforms and services and automations that take the guesswork out and help them to get organized and to feel like I've got control of my business. So that is the point of automation. The point of automation is so that you feel in control at the level that you are. And so for each, there is no cookie cutter package that I provide. For each business, you come and you meet with me and we have a consultation. I get to know you. I get to know your business. I get to know your needs. I get to know your learning style. Are you a visual person? Do you just need to see data? So we pride ourselves in taking the time that it requires to get to know our client so that we can provide them the service that they're going to use, because that's the point. I can set up a service, but if you're not going to use it, then it has no value. So let's jump into the next slide and let's learn about automation. So what is automation? So if you guys can type in the chat, if you're joining on Facebook, if you're joining on YouTube, type in the chat, what is automation? So I do have the definition on the screen for everyone who isn't aware what automation is. So the technical definition is it's a technique of making a process or a system operate automatically. And so the creation and application of technology to monitor and control the production and delivery of products and services. So this system works for you and not against you. And so here is a glimpse of my Trello board, which is one of the platforms that is my specialty. It just makes me warm and giggly inside. I love to organize things and make them look pretty. And so this is just a snapshot of what that looks like. And so let's move on to our next slide. So why is automation so important? So the benefits of automation are, for a lot of small businesses, myself included, you are the business. And so the more time you spend in the business, the less time you spend working to take that business to the next level. So if you're spending hours answering emails and sending out welcome letters, let's say you have a hair salon, and when someone books your services, you'd like to send them a welcome letter, and you'd like to give them all the information that they need to know to prepare them for this appointment. If you have to send that out to each person that books it separately, that's time consuming. And so higher productivity, because you're able to do more of the things that you want to do for your business than the things that need to be done for your business. So reliability for your business. You want things to be the same way every time. When we think about our favorite, let's just say fast food restaurant, each time we go, we visit, same way every time. And so that's what you want for your business. With each person that books my service, I want them to get the same level of service that I gave to the person before them and that I'm going to give to the person after them. You want to create reliability for your business. And on top of that, availability for you. I don't want to work 24 hours a day. I want to have more time to spend with my kids. I want to have more time investing in myself, more time in workshops and taking my and connecting with and networking with people who are going to help me take my business to the next level. Increase performance. So I'm able to do more with less hands. I only have two. And so with automation, when I think about things like someone wants to book an appointment with me, they don't even have to contact me. They can go onto my link tree, which I'll share later in the presentation, and they're able to just easily, seamlessly book the appointment, see a space in my calendar, and it's already just placed right in my calendar. I just get an alert that I now have an appointment, and I'm just there to show up. It also reduced operating costs. And so when you're thinking about, time is money. And so if I have more time that is freed up from the time that I have to spend doing these tedious tasks, I'm able to reduce my operating costs. And you just, again, more time to invest in yourself. That should be your number one goal as a business, is to put more time back into you perfecting your craft, back into you becoming the best at what you do. And so the Coco Pauline Company is here to help you do that, because doing that alone is hard. And so for a lot of people, it's setting the system up. They need someone to help them get started. For some people, they need someone to help them to maintain this on a monthly basis. So there's different roads that each business will take that benefits them. But yeah, so this is why it's important. And let's move on to the next slide so we can see a little bit more about what that looks like. So when we talk about automation solutions, we're talking about calendar automation. So seamlessly having appointments, like we just spoke about, scheduled with no work on your part. You just show up ready to go. And setting up these appointments and getting the necessary information. So when I reach a consultation, I don't need to write down things like your name, your email, your contact, what's the name of your business, your website. I've collected all that information prior to me even getting there. And it's all done with the click of a button. You set up the link one time. Every time someone books an appointment, your questions are already inside of the booking of the appointment. So before they book, they've answered those questions. And so when you're receiving it on your end, you're getting all of the necessary information that you need to help your client. And so speaking of clients, customer relation management systems. And so your customers are the lifeline of your business, and managing those relationships you have with your customers is vital to your business. I can definitely speak from experience. The first couple of years, I didn't know how important that was. And I didn't know, I had these digital business cards and I'm collecting these emails and I didn't really know what to do with them. And I wasn't putting them into a centralized place so that when things were happening in my business, I could let this group of people that I've introduced my business to, let them know. And so managing all of your customers in one place seamlessly so you can see everything at a glance, it's life changing. And so that we move on into email automation. Seamlessly reaching out to, responding to, and welcoming your customers with ease, sending out those thank you emails right after a customer makes a purchase with you, and just setting those things up so, again, you have more time to do the things that you would like to do. And so we also help with social media. We can create an account for you. For a lot of small businesses, aren't on social media and don't know the value of being on social media. And for a lot of them, don't have the time to set up the account or manage the account. So we can do basic setup of Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, and do basic tips and tricks to content creating. One thing I've learned over the last year is just film it. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Um, and that perfect is not real. So if you follow me on Instagram at the Coco Pauline 2020, or if you follow me at the Coco Pauline Company on Facebook, you'll see how things have changed for me and how I'm letting the world in a little bit more to show you that it's not perfect. Just do it. People want the job done and done right. They don't need you to make believe something that it isn't. And so, again, setting you up with social media helps you to not only shine, but get connected to thousands, if not millions, of potential customers that you didn't know existed. And so we'll go on to the next slide. Great. So now is a chance for you to chime in and let me know what systems are most important to you. Are you using a system? Are you not using a system? And if you are using a system, what part of organization would you want to tackle first? Like, what would be the one thing that if you had automated in your business would be game changing? And so we're sharing a link, as well as you can scan the QR code that you see on your screen. And it's only 3 questions, really short, just your name, your email, and you can answer the question of which one is the most important to you. And I'd really appreciate the feedback so that I know what is most important, so that we can focus on those areas and so that we're able to meet the customers where they are. Your feedback is vital. So yeah, if you aren't, there is a space for other. If there is, there's only 4 categories. So if there is another category that maybe is more interesting to you, or I need help with this, please share. We'd love to hear your thoughts and how you are using automation in your business. All right. We're going to move on to the next slide. We'll drop that link in again for those who are joining throughout the rest of the presentation. So what does that look like for your busy day? For all of us, we have this list of tasks, tasks that need to be completed, tasks that are in progress. So whether this is in your notebook, whether this is in a spreadsheet that you've created, this again is Trello, which I happen to adore. However you're recording, just taking the simplest of steps and just showing you how we can automate that process for you. So if you look at the first column, it's orange and it says tasks to be completed. And so one of the things that we can take, a step that we can take out of your day would be, as you're completing tasks and you're checking those off, not having to move that task from being completed to completed. And so with the click of a button, one task is removed from one list, added to the other list, and we can add in a whole bunch of automations with that. Let's just say the task was, I need to send out an email once I receive payment. And I checked off that I received payment. That task would go from needs to be completed over to completed, and the email would automatically be sent out. And those are things that can happen within seconds, saving you 20, maybe 30 minutes of time. And so, yes, This is one of the ways that we can help you with your busy day. And let's move on to the next slide. And now just wanted to give you a glimpse of what the calendar automation can look like. So getting you set up for success and back to what means most to you, your time. And so if you look on the left-hand side, you can see that you can add in all kind of text and things that you want to let your customers know when they are booking or want to book an appointment with you, all of the terms, conditions, and things of that nature. You can also have it set up to take payment. So let's just say, like in this example, you have to pay for the consultation. So this can be set up so that before your customer or potential customer is able to view your calendar or click on those little dates there that are blue that are available, they would have to complete their payment. And so all of that would be done without you even having to speak to the customer at all. You haven't even met the customer at this point. They've got your link in your bio, which for those who aren't familiar, if you're on social media, you get to have a little description of what you do. And so we refer to that as a bio. And so a lot of people put links to their websites. So just want to make sure that everybody understands what we're saying when we're abbreviating. And so, yes, they wouldn't even be able to click on that until they've made the payment. And then once they make the payment, they're able to, on the right side, view your calendar, click on a date, and see the available times. And so this happens, again, without you having to even meet the customer. They can find your website wherever you have it listed, seamlessly go in, fill in the information that they need to, select the date, select the time. It now will generate in their calendar and generate in your calendar within seconds. You get a notification that you have a new meeting. Awesome. So let's move on to the next slide. And so on the left-hand side, again, are just some of my work. The top is Trello. In the middle, we have Airtable. Underneath that, social media, Instagram, followed by another Trello board. And so just some of the sports that we provide one-on-one support with are Trello, Airtable, social media accounts, MailChimp, which is automated emails, SurveyMonkey, which is the survey link that you just received. That was the software that I was able to use. Calendly, which was the calendar automation that we just spoke about. Popple, which is a digital business card, and there are so many digital business cards. They've actually gotten some pretty good ones that have come out recently. We can help with automating things like Google Forms and getting your presentations set up in Canva and flyers and business cards and all of those things. And yeah, so many more. Next slide. And so, yes, if you would like to schedule a consultation with the Coco Pauline Company, you can either scan the link on your screen or you can click the link that has been dropped into the chat and come out, let us see what you're working with and where you're trying to go and how we can help you get there. And next slide. So how to stay connected with us. So like I was telling the host, there's so many things that we do that I definitely had to break it into a few sessions. And so I definitely wanted to share my link tree with everyone so that you can stay connected with me on Facebook and Instagram. If you'd like to shoot me an email and say hello. We also have a landing page where you can subscribe so that when I'm having events or when we're offering services, you'll be the first one to know. I'm also a candle maker and I'm also working on a documentary. So there are so many things going on that I would love for you to check out and stay connected. Here on the left-hand side is what you will see when you click on the link to my link tree. Again, another way for everything that you have to be in one place and to stay organized. We're here for. So awesome. Just give everybody a second there and we are done.
Let me unmute myself because I'm over here just talking. Oh, I love that. So this gave me so much information. I know we definitely had a few questions in the chat. I know your information has been dropped, so they were able to, there's all of your information. Let me see, I may have to lean up to move down. I gotta move up to scroll it, I think. All right. And we definitely, I know I had some questions. So my question, I noticed, did you say Trello integrates?
Yes.
I
Sis,
never knew that.
girl, we gotta talk. But yes,
I never knew
Trello has all types of integrations. You can integrate emails. You can automate pretty much anything.
I didn't
Yeah.
know they made it or integrated. That's a beautiful thing to know because I actually do really like Trello. Because I was going to ask you, what did you think about Trello versus Asana?
So again, for me, it's all about how you like to see your work visually. For me, Trello, because I like the pictures and I got to see the designs. It's got to speak to me. It's got to sing to me. But for some people, they don't want all of that. They want to see their data. And so then I would refer them to Asana, Monday, Airtable's another one of my favorites. So yeah, there's different options depending on what you want to see and what works best for you.
Got you. I agree, Kathy. Kathy Joseph says that there were 2 things on the survey that she wanted to check off, but it only allowed for one choice. I think for me, it was actually all the top 3. I just wanted to be, actually, I think my survey is still sitting there waiting for me to decide which one is most important to me out of those 3, because I'm like, wait a minute, I definitely need help with my calendars.
So you know what? If you check other, you should be able to click like a text box, and yeah, let me know if it's all. So I wanted to kind of get the most, but if it's if it's like these 3 things right here, then these 3 things, yes. If you check other, you should be able to. And if you can't check other, then I would definitely pick like the number 1 if you can make the split decision. Yeah, because I mean, it's like one thing after another. To me, Calendly blew my mind because I work a 9-to-5 job. I have a business that has 3 facets to it, and then I have 3 children, and so I don't have the time to do the schedule. I book an appointment with you, then I have to go on the calendar to add you and then add this person. And did I do it the right time? It's seamless for me. If you would like to book, I send people my link. My link is in my signature of all my emails. So making sure that it's available in all places so that everyone can just easily access you. The worst thing you want is a customer that liked your service and can't find you, or saw something and I've lost I have done everything wrong. So there's only right left. Gotcha. If that makes sense. Yeah. And so, yeah, just making sure that you're visible to your customers and learn from your mistakes.
Gotcha. And Kathy was saying that she was going to ask why not Asana. So hopefully you were able to address that. And hey, Kathy, when are you coming on?
Right. Because Kathy, a whole cake pop maker. And Kathy also works with after school. So yes, with Kathy, when you come in, we calling you out live.
Right. I'm trying to go up. I'm like, my iPad's a little far for me today. I gotta reach in a little bit. But I know we had some comments up top. So Nadia is with us today.
Hey Nadia. Shout out to my hairstylist, Nadia.
This question. So she asked about your liking ClickUp or Trello better.
So for me, ClickUp is bringing it. ClickUp took the gloves off. I love ClickUp. I'm actually using ClickUp right now for my SOPs, which shout out to Bianca Kane, CEO, brand strategist, who opened my eyes to how important standard operating procedures are to our business and how a lot of our Black and brown businesses don't have those. And so again, that's another thing that we can help you get set up with. And what I like about ClickUp is it has the templates for you to just start writing. It tells you what you need to write in each one of those sections in layman terms. Who needs to do this? Who needs to know this? And yeah, if you need links, and so that's a whole nother topic. But yes, ClickUp, I love. It's exploding. It's new, and I'm here for it. I'm here for both.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's see. Am I missing any other questions there?
I would say that Trello was more of like a CRM task, and ClickUp. It's ClickUp is what you can use to onboard staff. ClickUp is what you can use for like your HR process.
That's what I was
when
about
you want to
so
start standardizing your process.
Got you.
Of hiring staff.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good option. Like you can have all of your onboarding tasks for them to go through and forms for them to fill out. That's what I would recommend. And so Nadia, again, because of the level that she's at in her business, ClickUp would be perfect for her because she's at that level where she's got multiple clients to service. So I definitely would see the benefit.
I was just getting ready to say, it sounds like something like ClickUp would also be good for someone who may be a doula or like a holistic practitioner who may have different forms that need to inform people about what services they'll be signing on for. Also, your like non-disclosure and your the forms for the fact that we're not doctors, that we're holistic healers, letting them know that they're taking on, letting them know they may need to go see their doctor as well, or that they should go see their doctor, or let their doctor know. All that stuff sounds like that should go into that area as well. Okay.
Yep. I would definitely use, it depends on your level of comfortability with technology as well. Because for Trello, it looks the same way it does on the phone as it does on your computer. So again, that's to someone that I would give that isn't as tech savvy. It looks the same. They don't have to get used to like a different setup. It's similar. And so, yeah, I take the time to get to know who I'm working with to help them get what they're going to use. Because I can build you a platform, but if I can get paid, you're not using it, it's useless. I want you to use it. I want you to be like, yes, this was it. This is what I needed. That's the goal.
Got that. So it just made me go to my phone and think of what I was using before. So would you say ClickUp is comparable to JotForm, and would you prefer JotForm or ClickUp?
Personally, I like new things. So I'm excited to explore because I'm a little bit newer. Like ClickUp to me was like maybe a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh, what is this? And I was like, okay, I'm using this for all of my SOPs, and wrote out like 7 of them. Okay. And so, yeah, I'm definitely getting my feet wet in ClickUp. So JotForm, again, tried, trusted, like Canva. Again, the companies that have been around, that we know what we're going to get from them, and they've done nothing but improve and try to keep up with the times, definitely I would recommend. So JotForm is definitely something I would recommend, but I would take a look at ClickUp.
Gotcha. Will do.
I should be a brand ambassador.
I'm like, hello, I'm out here pushing your products. I love it. Let me scroll down and make sure I'm not missing anything else.
I had to bring my Wendy cup.
How are you able to do all of that and not go into overwhelm? Asked Taisha Eason. And would you say more, Taisha, about when you say all of that? Which is the all of that? Is it her businesses plus mothering plus having a 9-to-5? Is it just the businesses within themselves? What I want to be clear with the question that we're asking, so that way she could answer that clearly. We also have the question. Oh, she said, never mind. SOP. I guess she said standard operating procedures. Taisha asked, is Trello best in your opinion for project management? How easy is it to use?
I love Trello. And so even we could take Juneteenth, for example. I'm working on the Juneteenth Trello boards. Game changing for what it's able to do and allow. So we have multiple projects happening within the same weekend. And so as opposed to everybody being in the same document. Everybody's on the same platform, but they have their own space. And the boards with Trello kind of give you your own little world. And so when you have a team as large as the Juneteenth team is, having those boards set up, but only giving access to the people who need to see that board. So when they log in, they literally see their board. They don't see all these boards that they have to sift through. It's not overcomplicated. So again, knowing what the customer needs to be able to build out what works best for them. And so with project management, yes, they're able to add in tasks. Once things are, let's just say they were given $300 to make for a budget for supplies in one area, and it turned out to be 7. They don't have to reach out to Athenia for approval. They can literally label it. It goes immediately to her phone and to whoever's on upper management. They can either troubleshoot and fix it, or they can immediately give the approval, send the additional funds without even having to say anything, without even having to reach out to you. And so, yes, project management, in the slide we discussed with your to-do list, again, moving things from, I clicked this off, I did it, and now I don't have to drag it to the other list. I don't have to cross it out. I don't have to do anything. I can have it go to that list where everything is completed. Let's just say I want that deleted on a weekly basis. I can have that deleted on a weekly basis. Let's just say I want to be able to look back. You can have it where you can look back forever. So it really depends on what you need, what you want to see, and what you're trying to get out of the platform.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Kathy had asked, are there ways to see past sessions of the Lunch and Learn? Yes, they are. They live live on the Juneteenth page, on both platforms, YouTube, LinkedIn, or rather on Athenia's LinkedIn page, on YouTube, and on Facebook. And you can find those there. I know I saw another question down here. If there are any questions that I missed, Keisha, if you could just pop it up there for me, please. The reach across the table.
Oh, did we answer the question about how do I manage all of it?
So, and she did actually share that, yes, she was asking the businesses, self-care, motherhood, just all the different moving parts of your life. How do you manage them?
So one thing I learned,
not go into overwhelm, rather. That was the actual question. How do you do all of that and not go into overwhelm?
Put yourself first. I mean that before the kids. Put yourself first and find your circle of people that hold you accountable to putting yourself first. That is what's vital. I work my behinds off from Monday to Friday. Unless I have an event happening on the weekend at 5 o'clock on Friday, shut it down. And I work from sunup to sundown. My Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is probably a 9 to 10 p.m. days. I take breaks often. I was off the whole week last week and did nothing. You have to be good to yourself, because if you're not going to be good to you, number one, who will? And number two, how can I pour into people if I have nothing to pour? God forced me to slow down and put myself first. He stopped me dead in my tracks and I wasn't able to move. And so I have no choice but to follow. And so organizing yourself or helping get organized takes more time away from what I'm doing in my business. I automate my whole life. I automate everything I do because that gives me more time. And so self-care, taking breaks, I work hard so I can play hard, but I don't work until I pass out. Because you're not going to be successful. I did that in 2020. I did that. And I burnt out and I couldn't think and I couldn't even retain any information. And so I say to you, if you want to be successful, put yourself first. Find you a group of people that hold you accountable to putting yourself first. And trust God.
Ashe. And I'll add something in there that that you touched on at the top. And for me, it was the huge part, like it was probably the most detrimental piece of me shifting that kind of like beating myself up when I felt like I wasn't doing enough. And that is that word grace, giving yourself grace. So even if something's not complete, if your body's telling you to stop, if your children need attention, if something else over there requires you to stop over here, sometimes it actually it's like you have to give yourself permission. You have to give yourself the grace to take a break. Because I think that some of us are so programmed to just keep going, especially when you're apart. If you're a resident in a big city, you can kind of get caught in that rat race energy, that energy of we have to keep going on, especially coming from a city that never sleeps. People think we really sleep. And we all know that you can't survive on no sleep. Like it's a joke, and it's something that speaks to what our city is and what's available, but it don't mean that us folks there don't ever sleep, because we had to sleep. I had to sleep in order to be able to even move to a state where now sometimes I catch myself like moving forward and having to take a few steps just to slow down. And even in those moments, I remind myself to give myself grace, because I spent 40 something years in a city that was on go all the time. So now reminding myself to slow down sometimes is like, and it's not even the slow down in anything. It's the slow down here.
And it's
It's slowing.
also, it's mental health. I am not here alone. I'm here because women are literally holding me up. Shout out to We Run Brownsville. If you don't want to support my business, don't. But what I do want you to do is support Black mental health, right? And because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here. We Run Brownsville. They are out here saving Black women one therapist at a time. It was really something to turn on the screen and look at someone that looked just like me, and we could just jump right in. That I didn't have to explain to her at first that I was a person, right? And that Black people are people just like any other, right? And so that is why I'm whole. I'm whole because of my community. I mean that. Careful of the company you keep and the energy that they bring. I have sisters that pray for my success every single day. Athenia Rodney, Danny Herring, Nadia, the Suited Circle, Dion Grayman, who is the co-owner of We Run Brownsville. I stand up because of them. Robin Smith from the Excellence Baby Academy. I stand up because of my community. And so it's important that we share this platform itself. Athenia has been true to her word since the day I met her. She has been connecting us and supporting us and providing the platform for me to even do this. And I'm nervous. And I have sweat patches right now. I don't dare lift my arms. But what I will say is do it. Do it scared. Do it. Just do it.
I have a new one to add to Do It Scared. So I have Do It Scared. Athenia has doing it messy. And now I'm going to start doing it ugly. And that is going live and just showing what I'm up to, whether I am camera ready or not. And of
Yes,
course,
ma'am.
the ugly part is just being, none of us are ugly. We're all beautiful. I know us women, and I know how we feel when we're not camera ready about that going on camera thing. Sometimes I look back, actually, those replays that Kathy asked about is part in that commercial, is part of what helped me start to like make sure that I get up, so what, I work at nighttime. I need to get up a little bit extra early to make sure that I am presentable for this lunch and learn. Because some of those videos that I look back, I was like, oh, girl, you've been doing it ugly. You can keep on doing it ugly. Just keep going. Just push through. And that is actually, it's coming up for me right now as I'm sharing this. I'm like, You've been doing it ugly. You could keep on going just like that. Just do it. And it's, again, like I said earlier, it's always so easy for me, myself, just speaking for myself, to show up to other people's spaces and places, to things that they have structured, done the hard work for. And then I have this little slot that I get all anxious about and create these stories about. But it's really just, again, that good old mental health and the things that we tell ourselves. So I know that grace is something that I definitely give myself. Doing it ugly is something that I'm giving myself. Exactly. Not
Yeah.
doing it perfect. So
There's no
with
such
that,
thing. There's no such thing as perfection, and that is a white supremacist way of looking at it. Perfection.
basic,
There's no such thing.
it almost,
Show up
and
and be you.
yeah, yeah. I was about to run the risk and get myself in trouble with the stop right there and not even go there. But there are some things in that I don't think that we can. Perfection is one of them. Some things will just never be all the way to that point. And basically where I was going to go is saying God, like, you know, when they say people want to be like you can operate from the energy of, but we're never going to be that. You're never going to be that. So to me, perfection kind of aligns very much so with that same being, that always strive and do our best, and hold ourselves accountable, like you said, and show up for each other and support each other. And I'm so grateful to have you in my network and for you to be part of my community.
Yes,
And that is thankful to Athenia as well.
yes.
So with that being said, sis, I love the way you wrap that up. And I would love for you to share any last nuggets that you would like the community to take away today, as well as what does Juneteenth mean to you?
I want people to take away we're here to help with getting you organized. We're here to help you get back more of your time so you can feel whole, because we know what it feels like to not have that. We take the time to meet you where you are because, again, the most important thing to me to do is to give and receive grace. I'm here because of the support of my community, and that's what I'm here to do. Go back into my community and help drag y'all with me, because we all coming together. So that's what I want you to take out. If you are interested in automation, check out the link tree. I'm also making a documentary about home childcare providers at Providers Journey to Care. That's also in my link tree. Um, yeah, that's what this is about. This is about, I hope you learned something today. I hope that you, even if it's not my service you need, if it's something you didn't know that you needed that you may be able to do on your own, that you're going to do it today because you heard it today. And so, yes, follow Emoji Events, follow Juneteenth NYC so you can stay connected with services. There are awesome. Check out the YouTube. You could go back. There are some dope videos on here. Now that I'm working on their Trello, I got to see like I'm like on memory lane. There's some really dope things in there. And so next week's is going to be really exciting. But yeah, stay connected, share, support, because we do that for people that we don't even know that don't support us. It takes nothing to hit the like button. It takes nothing to subscribe. It takes nothing to share. And so that's what I'm asking you to do. Like, share, and subscribe, as my 6-year-old would say. Put it in her comments. And Juneteenth,
Yeah.
it means freedom. Even when you are free and you didn't realize it. So to me, Juneteenth screams freedom. It screams community. I didn't know anything about Juneteenth until I met Athenia. And I know there's a lot of Juneteenth events now, but there was that girl who was screaming Juneteenth for like 12, 13 years now. And so definitely check out her page, because it's about sharing the story, which I didn't know, and I learned, and just a sense of pride in being Black. And so, yes, Juneteenth to me means freedom.
Ashe. Thank you so much, Ruth. Thank you for being here. And I so look forward to when you return, folks. Just to let you know, keep your eye out. Coco Pauline Company will be back. She'll be back to talk about the documentary. She'll be back to talk about a few other things that she has in her bag. Lady has a lot of knowledge. Thank you for being
Thank
here,
you so
Ruth.
much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here today. I hope that you all had something to take away, and I hope that you'll be reaching out to Ruth. I want to encourage you all, please, like Ruth said, if you could please like and subscribe to Umoja Events on YouTube. And I did say something, I think I said the replays live on Facebook. I'm not 100% sure that they're there as well, but I know for sure that they are at the YouTube page at Umoja Events. You can find all of our past Lunch and Learns there. So please like and subscribe. Also, we also have split spaces open for volunteers for, give me 1 second while I grab the info up. Okay, yes. So we're still taking vendor registrations for Juneteenth weekend coming up. You can use the QR code right there on the screen. We're also looking for volunteers, for performers, and to perform, and volunteers for the fashion show. So if you'd like to model, if you'd like to perform your art, if you're a poet, if you are a singer, reach out to us. And we're also looking for community sponsors. So if you'd like to sponsor and be a sponsor and spread your business with Juneteenth, please do reach out, and you can use that QR code there to scan. And next week, we will have with us Rodri Woodson. He'll talk about his experience growing up in the urban communities, going from a troubled teen, charged as an adult, and sent to prison, and returning home. So we'll be here to hear about his journey and everything that he learned on that journey. I want to wish you guys a great week. Thank you for being with us for another edition of the Lunch and Learn. See you guys next week.
The last call, thinking that I know you're not sure. Make a long stop, ready or not. I see you, but I need to know more. What you wanna do? Cause I know we didn't dance, but I saw you watching on the dance floor. Maybe at the exit door, and maybe we could talk some more. Oh, yeah. You stand beside me, you're watching me, and the feelings. Greetings. Good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another weekly Lunch and Learn.
In terms of business, if you have a dream, go for it. Pursue it. Work hard at it, because with anything that you want to do, it's going to come hard work. You know, if you don't put the hard work, you don't put the time into it, it's not going to flourish the way you want to.
Maybe advice for anybody who's looking to start a business, like, just do it. Start off small and then kind of expand. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming, But like once you're in it, you're like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this long time ago?
Love you. Tell yourself, I love me too. I love you, Omena.
Love you. When you open your heart and your mind, you're opening up to your blessing.
Yeah.